Okay. So last week we introduced our new informational writing topic. We're doing your famous Missourians. You all picked your famous Missourian last week. You started reading about your famous Missourian and started your research. So what did we do on Friday to start documenting our research on our famous Missourian? Ellie?
We highlighted where they live, when they were there, and when they were born and when they died.
Yeah, we started highlighting. So what is the purpose of highlighting? Why did we start doing that? We can pass it on.
To make important information stand out.
Yeah, we want to make that important information in your text stand out. Is there such thing as highlighting too much? Yes. We went over, if you remember on mine, and I highlighted this entire introduction. Does that help the important information stand out?
No.
Or am I left with the same information I had started with?
Same information started out with.
Same information. So that highlighting didn't help. I just made it colorful. When you guys went through, you highlighted, like Ellie said, where they lived in Missouri, their time period, when they were born and where, and then when they died, and either where they died and where they're buried, or where they're buried. Sometimes your guys' had both. Some of them, depending on the person, had one or the other. It really just depends. Alright. Today, you are going to get your actual note-taking page. This is your outline. You already highlighted information for sections 1 and 2. So we're going to take the information that you highlighted and we're going to put it on this organizer. Then you're going to be in charge of using the same article to find information for section 3, section 4, here. On the back, 5, 6, and 7. So you're going to start highlighting important information for the other sections. After you highlight, you're going to add them on here kind of as you go. Okay? Okay. So first off, I'm just going to give you your paper. You need to put your name on it. And we're going to go through, you're welcome, adding the first two things together. So it's pretty self-explanatory. We're going to do it together. So we've got the same, that's right, so we'll just do that. And follow along at first and then we'll go back to the color. section? Hayden? When and where they were born, when and where they died. I'll give you a sticker. Okay, so I know from up here that I highlighted that he was born on November 30th, 1835. So, and you're just watching for right now. Even though you've got all this highlighted, you can transfer it. Just watch. So, highlighters should have lids on them, pencils should be down. Just Amari, put your highlighter down, please. Ready, put your highlighter down, please. Lay it down. Okay, so I'm gonna put in November 30th, 1835. I also need to note on here, this is when he was born, because I'm gonna add another date. What date am I adding?
When he died.
I'm adding when he died. I need to make sure I can distinguish between the two. Before I do that though, I have the date he was born, and I'm gonna put on the other bullet point that he was born in Florida, Missouri. So now I have when and where he was born. Now I can do when and where he died. April 21st, 1910 is when he died. Just scroll through, find, oh, there we go. And remember, I still need to look up what Stormfield is. So I'm actually going to put some stars around it just so I know I need to go back and look that up. And then even, I actually am gonna have a fifth bullet point because I have where he was buried. I have another piece of information. And I have that he was buried in Woodlawn Cemetery in Elmira, New York. Okay, have I answered everything I needed for my first section?
Yes.
Okay, so then am I done with this section?
Yes.
Yes, other than looking up what Stormfield is, I'm done. Okay. When you're taking notes on bullet points, do you need to be writing in complete sentences?
No.
No. You do, however, when we're naming cities, states, dates, you do still need to make sure that you're capitalizing those on your sheet and putting in like the commas after the date, the comma after the city, so you can easily transfer that over to your writing. When we do the complete sentences, it's already capitalized there. Okay. Alright, so am I ready to move on? Yes. What's my next section? Keelan. In Missouri. In the time period. Do you remember where to find the time period? Yes. It's on that website, in your email where we got this article. If you go to here, under time period, we're doing pre-statehood, westward expansion, Civil War. Also, if you pull up the sheet with the links, the one from your email, it puts them in their category already. So you can pull the time period from that page. Okay? We're looking at where he or she lived in Missouri. That should be highlighted in your article. misconception that I saw on Friday. Some of you were highlighting other places he or she lived. So, Mark Twain didn't only live in Missouri. He moved out of state and he came back. So if I were to read this all the way through, he worked in New York City, he worked in Philadelphia, Cincinnati, Iowa. He moved around. But am I adding those to this section? No, because I want to know where he or she lived in Missouri. Okay, you can mention these other places later. Okay, but it doesn't fit in this section. It doesn't follow the heading. So those will not be added. So if your person never moved outside of Missouri, or like Mark Twain only lived in a couple places in Missouri, are you gonna fill all the bullet points?
No.
No. And that's okay. We just added 4 or 5 bullet points to each. You may use them all, you may not. It really depends on your person and what kind of information you can find for your person. Okay? Okay. I'm gonna give you 10 minutes before I check in. Your task is to take what you highlighted on Friday for the first 2 sections and add them to your organizer sheet. Okay? And then we'll stop there before we move on to the rest of it. Okay? Questions before I let you start on that part? What?
I don't know whenever they're born. And that would be when they live also.
Yes,
Because they
You can.
lived there at the time.
but it's already in that first section. When it comes to writing the paragraphs for your story, or not your story, but your writing, informational piece, you're not gonna mention it again. It would already be there. Does that make sense? Okay. If, like Mark Twain moved to Hannibal, his family moved to He moved to Hannibal when he was 4. So did he live in Florida for that long? No. If he was born in Hannibal, lived there for a while, could I list it again?
Yeah.
Just to say he grew up there too?
Yeah.
Yes, yeah, that's fine. So if you wanna relist it, you can. Really depends how long they lived in the first place. Okay? Any other questions? Alex?
If it says it, did you say how they died?
You could add that, yes. If you also have things, I was gonna mention that. If you have how they died, you could add that up there. You have how they died, you can add it up there. So you may have a couple extra bullet points, and that's fine too. Imran?
What if you don't have an exact place for your dad?
Then you don't have to put it. If you don't have an exact place, does it say like a city or anything?
It said she was on tour, but it didn't say where she was.
Okay, you could put that she died on tour. Put an exact location. Or what it might come to is we'll look in some other resources, and another resource might say where. Like,
It didn't exactly say where she that he was born.
and it might not. This might not.
It says, I mentioned that from New State. It is more likely that he was born in
I would put that little section in there. Another thing too, this isn't gonna be your only resource for information. You may or may not find everything from this one article. And think back, when we did our animal research, when we did zoos are cool and cool, did we stick with one article?
No.
Did we stick with one website?
No.
No, we went to several others to gather